Hey guys, Micah from blackbearcustomkydex. I've got a couple of ESEE sheaths to show you in this video. One is for an ESEE-5 and the other is for an ESEE Izula with, actually this is an Izula 2 with knife connection handle scales. So why don't we start with the, we'll start with the Izula, smaller knife. So this guy is going to a gentleman out in Australia named Connor, and this one is set up in tech lock configuration. As you can see, the drill hole spacing is a little bit funky. This is my standard. It doesn't always look exactly like this, but depending on the geometry and size of the knife, I'll set up the holes slightly different so that it allows you to carry in multiple positions. So essentially, this is currently set up to carry vertically. However, because the tech lock has 3/4 inch spacing and these are in 3/4 inches, you can actually move it up to do 2 consecutive spacings and ride the tech lock a little bit higher or a little bit lower for vertical carry. You can also turn the tech lock 90 degrees this way and you would have a horizontal carry. The sheath is ambidextrous, so you could have it as carrying in the front, carrying behind you. You could have it right hand or left hand setups, and then you also can use the 2nd and 5th drill hole to set it up at an angle, roughly at the angle you see it right here. So you'd wear it on your non-dominant side, reach across, and draw with your dominant hand. As far as that draw goes, as always, you get a nice little ballistic one-handed draw. This actually kind of serendipity fits in 2 different ways, and both ways are comfortable, effective retention, no rattle, no play. But one way is going to seat a little bit deeper. So what happens, occasionally what happens when you mold a sheath is if you can see the blade has a little bit of a downward slope here. So the Kydex formed straight across, and you can see below my finger that little, triangle almost that's created between my finger and the blade. That's the plane of the Kydex. It pinched together above the tip of the blade here. And so occasionally, if you go to put in and your blade is riding a little bit too high, you're actually going to push it into the Kydex there. It's not really a bad thing. It's not going to hurt your knife. It might create some minor scratching on the very tip of your knife. So, maybe you want to avoid that. I personally don't care. It's not a big deal for me. But what you want to do, if you want it to seat all the way in, is just make sure that the tip is tilted slightly downward when you put it in, and it'll go a little bit further. So note the position of the screw right here. That's all the way in, and this is the part way in. Notice how much further that is away. Like I said, in both cases, ballistic one-handed draw. I'll seat in all the way. So it doesn't really affect anything about the usability of the knife, but for my personal taste, I would always make sure that the knife goes all the way in, just because it, even if it's only by 1/2 centimeter or something, it does reduce the overall profile of the sheath, and I personally prefer to keep things a little more concealed if possible. So yeah, anyway, you can see that this is Cryptek Neptune, and it's wrapped over flat black. So that's what we got here for this ESEE Izula. I really love this knife, and Izula 2, sorry. Great knife, and with the knife connection handle scales, it's even better. So guys, go check out Knife Connection. They make some really, really fantastic handle scales. Also, let me know how I'm doing on the lighting. I just bought a second light. I usually operate with 2 lights, but I bought a second one of the better of the 2 that I have. So hopefully the lighting in here is a little bit better. I know you're getting some glare depending on how I hold the knife and sheath, but anyway, hopefully this does show the product off a little bit better, so you guys can see everything. So anyway, all right, ESEE Izula 2 tech lock 3-way setup. All right, next one I have for you is an ESEE-5, like I had said, and this one is going to a gentleman named Rusty. I believe, I want to say Minnesota, somewhere out, west of here anyway. That's pretty much every state. Rusty traded me an ESEE-5, and he has a second one that he wanted a sheath for, and he asked for it in black with OD green highlights or accents. So got a reinforcement plate on there in OD, and he also wanted a leather dangler set up for left hand that also has some OD there for the dangler adapter. So this came out really nice. I've got his initials stamped into the leather there. I think the lighting is actually pretty good. I'm seeing everything really clear on the screen, so hopefully you guys get to as well. But alright, so nothing too intricate to show you here, just a nice sheath, simple dangler. As always, you get a nice smooth draw. With something as big as the 5, sometimes you can get ballistic, sometimes you can't. I mean, it's definitely springy. I'm drawing left-handed right now. I don't think I can actually do right-handed just because this dangler's in the way, but there you go. Even with a bit of a handicap right-hand draw, because it's in the stuff is in the way, I'm still able to pretty much get a ballistic draw. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this came out. I think it looks really nice, and the fit is really superb. So guys, if you like these sheaths, if you like this video, hit that like button. Let me know what you think of the new lighting. Let me know what you think of the Izula and the ESEE-5. The Izula, I don't know, it might be my favorite ESEE. The Izula and the Izula 2, I kind of just, they're the same knife to me. But yeah, I'd love your opinions down below. Let me know what you think of the ESEE-5 as far as a slightly larger than EDC size knife. I think the 4 might be the biggest I'd go for EDC. 5 and 6 is definitely like camping and woods tool, survival knife, that kind of thing in my mind. And then the hungless I absolutely love. So yeah, there's a ton of great knives from ESEE, but I'd love to know your opinion on these two. So guys, like, share, comment, subscribe, and thanks for tuning in. Stick around for the next one. God bless.